What's up, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hold on
so
Go ahead.
yeah, let me know when you're ready because I'll go ahead and what's up, man? Get the Yeah, can you hear me? What I'll do is I'll
Yeah.
Okay,
Hold on
so
Go ahead.
yeah, let me know when you're ready because and we are live in Soldier Field for Thursday Night Football. Hello, thanks for joining with me here today in the broadcast booth. I have Big Al Ferreira, and I am Brian, aka the Alpha. And we are live. And we have an actual good game going on today. As you can see here, the records do not really indicate how well these two, how good the owners are. But this is a must-win for both owners. Al, give me your perspective. As you can see here, looking at the records and the stats here.
Well, I mean, that's just it, and thanks for having me, guys. I'm glad to be here, glad to be back from the XCFL. The Bears itself, the record doesn't show the type of game that they're capable of playing. Yet alone, the offense hasn't been there just yet so far this season. But the Jaguars are strong. Dan's a good owner. His record doesn't indicate how well he is either. So it's likely to fall into a good matchup. The scoring for both teams is only a 4-point differential. So we're going to see it tonight. We're going to see who's the better of the two.
Absolutely, and like I said, it's a must-win for both teams. Jags only out of the division lead. The Bears a little bit deeper in the hole, but I think that with the way that the North is playing, it's still anybody's ball game. However, with that being said, Mitch Trubisky last week was hurt, and he will not be playing today. So, getting the start for the Chicago Bears is going to be rookie out of Cincinnati, Landon Collins. First year here, as you can tell, he's 63 rated overall. Not the greatest quarterback, but this is who the coaches decided to go with. And I spoke to him before the game, and he told me first year here, he has all the faces. He's 63 and actually provides some spot. He actually last week the coaches decided Trubisky went down. He went 11 for 17. He did not throw any touchdowns. Did throw 3 interceptions, but he's been working with them all week. Do you think that that's going to make the Bears force Jordan Howard to run more because of not throw any touchdowns?
It's a mind game. It's a philosophy thing. I think if they're thinking that, just as you said, if the Jaguars are thinking that, don't be surprised if the Bears come out and pass the ball. I mean, their backup Landon, he's 22 of 32, 212 yards and a touchdown. As he said, those aren't bad numbers for a backup who's seen some time. So he's familiar with the system. Maybe he can get something done, but they're looking to change it up a little bit. So don't be surprised if that happens for a backup.
Absolutely, and you bring up a good point. One thing we're going to have to look for is we're going to look at Jordan Howard. He's going to be definitely one of the players to watch. Having really kind of a rough season at this point. All over the place. Jordan Howard was actually one of the best running backs in the league. He had over 1,400 yards. As you can see here, he's only averaging 3 yards a carry. Kind of a rough going, and a lot of people are saying is because Howard is actually the quarterback position. He is going to have to be someone that is relied heavily on. The Bears have any chance of winning this game. Kind of a rough going.
Yeah, very true. I was looking at this earlier today, and I was a little shocked myself to see that Jordan Howard only has in his 5 games a total of 229 yards and 1 touchdown. He's averaging just under 4 yards a carry, and his longest run on the year is only 12 yards. Jordan Howard. And you look at the other side of the ball, you have Leonard Fournette, total of 206 games, has 670 yards, averaging pretty much close to 4 yards a carry. So there's a big balance there. So maybe Jordan picks up his pace tonight and he gets himself going and puts himself back up there, or he's a no-show again. So
and you kind of going into that, the other player to watch is Leonard Fournette on the other side of the ball in the same position. He has rushed for 670 yards, and he is second in the league. And if you look at the touchdown total of 9 touchdowns, they are riding the back of Fournette and this defense. So there's no shock of what they're going to try to do. He has rushed for 670 yards, and he have a task to stop Leonard Fournette. We will see if they are able to do that. What do you think about Fournette going into this game? There's no shock of what they're going to try to do.
Man, I think Fournette is a big part of the Jaguars' offense and how they operate, and I feel if you could shut him down or get pressure onto the quarterback or get into the backfield and disrupt that, you have a good shot at probably stopping or at least slowing Jacksonville.
And Leonard Fournette is one of those runners. He just signed an extension. He's going to be playing with the Jaguars probably until the end of his career, and that's going to be a great thing to look at here because Fournette is one of the guys that he's 99 overall in this league now. The Jaguars make no bones about it. That is the player that they are. They're going to be a great thing to look. So it's going to be very interesting to see how well the Bears can stop them. They did actually stop the Jaguars running attack last week and held Freeman to under 100 yards. So they do have the capacity to do that. Now, if you look at the stats, though, team stats-wise, the Bears actually rank 9th in total defense, which is key. They only allow 286 total yards a game.
They do have the capacity to do that. Now,
but their scoring defense, they're giving up a lot of points, and it has to do probably with their struggling offense at 25 points a game. So they're going to have to definitely step up on defense. Who do you have big factor-wise as the Bears other than Jordan Howard? Probably with their struggling offense.
Well, without Trubinsky playing, which it was a shocker to me, I would have gone that route. In this case, you got to put it all on the shoulders on the young kid, on their backup. This is going to be a big test for him. He's going to have to step up and put this team on his back and carry him through. So, in my opinion, it's going to be Colnett on their backup.
Colnett is going to, the Jaguars defense is going to be definitely going to be expecting for him to actually, make mistakes. They're going to extensively.
Is going to, the Jaguars.
This one, I talked to Coach Bob or Coach Dan about this before. He makes no bones about it. He knows that Trubisky's going to be out. He's going to go after him,
make mistakes
extensively. So that's going to be a great matchup to watch. For me, on the other side of the ball, the Jaguars is because Colnett's going to be starting. It's going to be Jalen Collins. That's going to be one player to watch for. They have kind of struggled this year with their defense. They obviously play in that division where you've got Houston Fowler, Andrew Luck, Marcus Mariota. So they've kind of had some weight. They have kind of struggled having a soft Bears offense. This could definitely work in their favor. And I see Jalen Collins going off and having a big game. Marcus Mariota. So they've kind of had some.
I think defensively, the Jaguars need to stop that pass game if Howard on Chicago doesn't have any kind of running. And Jalen Ramsey, who's got 15 tackles and he's got 3 interceptions, and he's leading the defense with those interceptions. He's going to be a key for tonight. You probably don't want to throw in his direction, in my opinion. Hopefully the ground game gets going for Chicago, and they don't have to worry about the air game. Don't be surprised if they flip-flop. He's going to be a key for tonight.
And, don't want to throw in his direction. While these teams are warming up still, we got a little bit to talk about. So tell me, some surprise teams that you have right now in the league that maybe are meeting or exceeding their expectations of what they were supposed to be this year. And by the way, I forgot to welcome you back. Welcome back. You've been, big veteran presence now. We're glad to have you back. Glad to have you in the commentary booth. But yeah, go ahead and answer that question. Who has kind of? And by the way, I forgot to welcome.
Thanks, Brian. I appreciate it. I'm glad to be back where it feels like home. It's always been a nice gesture. It's been a nice gesture, I should say, from everyone. A couple of the vets reached out to me when I came back, and kind of was like, same thing. Welcome back. So again, I'm happy to be here. But enough about that. My opinion, as far as a couple of the vets reached out to me when I came back. That's tough. It's still a little early for me to tell as far as teams. Buccaneers, they're surprising me a little bit as far as how they're going. Normally they're more of a team that's more in the top of the rankings. I think they're at even 3-3, so they're on an upward turn here. My son in the Vikings, he's always a strong competitor. He's also 3-3. Cowboys, that's a surprise too at 3-3. These guys are usually teams that are more on the at the 5-2 and 6-0, such as yourself up there, Mr. Falcons. That's a surprise.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. We worked a lot to try to get our defense in check. We are struggling a bit on offense, but those are here for look at the entire schedule. Look at everybody's body of work. I'm actually quite surprised at that the Bills 4-2. This has been a team that has struggled within the last couple of years, and they have really exceeded my expectations. Now, kind of battling for that East spot, with the Patriots. So that's going to be something that I look for. And this, as far as that goes, who has been one of your teams that disappointment? Someone that you really thought was going to be really just go out there and kill it, and they just really underwhelmed. Underwhelmed you. Has been one of your teams that disappointment.
Let's see. I mean, the Bears were a pretty strong team from what I can tell, looking at their history here in the XCFL. So a 1-4 start is kind of surprising. Could be a tough schedule. New Orleans is 2-5. They're usually a pretty strong contender. The Broncos are 3-4. They're also another team that's pretty tough. So those are some of the shockers, in my opinion, as far as who's at the bottom. I mean, it's still pretty early. We're into our sixth, seventh week now, so I mean, we're almost halfway there. So those are some of the
Yeah,
shockers, in my
absolutely. And
opinion, as
we got a
far as
lot of
who's at the
time left. I
bottom. I
mean, if you
mean,
look at the schedule
still
here,
pretty
I don't
early.
really
We're
think there's
into
but,
our
maybe a couple teams that are
sixth,
really
seventh
out
week
of it.
now, so I
Um,
mean, we're almost
Looking
halfway
at
there.
our next broadcast, we have some really good matchups. Actually, this week, tomorrow, the Raiders are going to be, speaking of the Bills, are going to be taking on the Bills for supremacy there. Raiders being 5-1, Bills being 4-2. So it'd be very interesting to see how that goes. So let me check and see if we're getting close to the start of the game. And it looks like the Jaguars already about that. We are going to go ahead and go to the game. I did miss that while we were talking, so I do apologize. And I do not know how they. It looks like they in one play they scored 73 yards. My guess
Yeah,
is that
Fournette.
Fournette, yeah, Fournette got the ball here. It looks like it was a touchdown, 73 yards. So I do apologize about that. Fournette did get on the board for the Jaguars, so it looks like that the Chicago Bears will be receiving the ball.
Yeah, blame it on the weather. I mean, it's a nasty day here, and are we surprised we're in Florida? It's raining. Hello.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. It's kind of that Florida weather where it'll rain for
Yeah, blame it
45
on the
minutes and be
weather. I
sunny.
mean, it's a
So,
nasty
but it
day
looks
here,
like the
and are
Bears are
we
going
surprised we're
to
in
start with
Florida?
the
It's
ball here on
raining.
the
Hello.
25. Be interesting to see what the Jaguars come out in. Looks like the Bears are going to come out in the three wide receiver set. But it looks like the Bears are going to start, and that is the case. They're going to come out in three wide, tight end on the end here, Jordan Howard in the offset. First down. They do give the ball to Jordan Howard, but the defense eats them alive there. Looks like they did stop a
Yeah.
Conquay. So
Yeah, again, as we talked about, if Jordan Howard can't get going, I mean, it's only the first rush of the day. I mean, you're pretty much expecting that to be on the first carry of the game. Yeah,
yeah, it looks like
again,
they are
as
coming
we
out in
talked
five
about,
wide
Jordan
here.
Howard can't get going. I mean, it's only the
Calling
first
that with the
rush of
ball
the
all the
day.
time
I
in the
mean,
world.
you're
Gets it to his
pretty much
receiver,
expecting that to be on
and
the first
we're going to go
carry of
into
the
a
game.
third down short situation here. They do pick up 6 yards on the carry.
Yeah, Colnett's first pass of the game for 6 yards. He's 1 of 1 in the early start here.
Yeah, and you don't have to ask him to do too much. You don't have to ask him to send the ball down the field. So I do like the nice little short passes, kind of get his confidence going here. So third down and 4, they are coming out another three wide set here, three wide receivers, a tight end, and a running back in the backfield. It looks like they're going to do the draw play, and the Jaguars stopped him short of the first down. So Jordan Howard, so far, 2 rushes, 1 yard. Jaguars seem to be stopping him, especially on this first drive, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, so far early on, only 2 carries and a yard with those 2 carries. Looked like he might have had a hole there, but Jacksonville fighting off the offense for the tackle.
Yeah, absolutely. So they'll have to punt here. And let's see here. It looks like the Jaguars do get the ball, run it up to about the third. Not great field position for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it looks like the Jaguars are coming out in a 3 tight end set here with 1 wide receiver, Allen Robinson, on the left side, Fournette in the backfield. Gets the ball to Fournette, 4 yards on that carry.
Jacksonville both teams slowly moving the ball with the running game. Due to the weather, you think? What are you thinking? Does that change the plans of the game when you?
Yeah, I mean, especially with the 2 type of caliber running backs that we have in this game. I mean, they're already going to probably run the ball, but with the weather conditions the way it is, they're probably going to do even more. It looks like Deshaun Kaiser drops back to make the pass, incomplete to the tight end. So it brings up a 3rd and 7 situation. If you are the Jacksonville Jaguars, 3rd and 7, are you going to play it safe? Make sure that you kind of trust your defense, or are you going to try to kind of go aggressive here and get the first down?
I say you stay. Maybe come out in a pass, go run, vice versa. Come out and a run, look to pass. Let the defense call what you got in front of you, pretty much here.
Looks like they're back. 3rd and 7. And he throw the interception to the safety. The Bears are going to start out with great field possession. Swearinger with the interception. They're going to start on the 41 of Jacksonville. If you're the Bears here, how do you kind of handle this situation?
You got to put points on the board. Maybe try to attack them deep on a quick play.
Looks like they are going to run the swing pass. Jacksonville was not fooled by that. Miles Jack with the tackle, a loss of 3 on the carry. 2nd and 13, they are coming out in an I formation. Collinet goes back, gets it out to his tight end. He gets about a couple yards in the carry there, about 5. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 situation here for the Chicago Bears. So 3rd and 8 on the 38. Bears come out in a 4 wide receiver set with Jordan Howard in the backfield. Looks like they are going to run a middle pattern, gets the first down with the wide receiver. Calling that 3 for 3, 29 yards. You've got to be happy with this performance, right?
Yeah, so far so good. I mean, that was a beautiful read right there. Got the guy out in front of him and made a big play and got a big first down.
Yeah, so the Bears start out, go to single back formation, play action fake, gets it over to the middle. Almost, it does go off his hands. Collinet is almost intercepted with that. He actually went kind of aggressive with that pass. There was a couple defenders in the vicinity of the pass there. So it does bring up 2nd and 10. They are on the 22-yard line. So it's, in my opinion, it's not time to get cute or fancy with this. Maybe, like you said, just kind of put the points on the board.
Yeah, at least, I mean, if you want a field goal here.
Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Jordan Howard with a beautiful play here. Looks like a sweep to the right. Jordan Howard picks up the first down. They're all the way down to the 4-yard line. They pick up the first down. It's going to be 1st and goal on the 4. It's a buck sweep shotgun. The Jags had no answer for that. So they're coming out in an I formation again. 2 tight ends on the right side, a fullback and a running back. Play action, quarterback drive, right down for Collinet. That's his first touchdown of his young ex-CFL career.
Nice play there. Nice drive by the Bears. They put points on the board as we asked them to, and they missed a field goal.
Oh, they missed the extra point. That could end up being huge, especially if we have a close game here. It is going to take the score to 7-6. Jaguars lead. This is the XFL on YouTube. So they do kick the ball off. Jaguars actually run it out, and they get down to the 25-yard line where they would have started if they downed the ball there. They're going to start out 1st down and 10. If you were Coach Peyton Manning on this, how do you go about your offense? Are you still going to rely on the Fournette? Or are you going to maybe throw? It doesn't look like the Bears are trying to shut the run down at this point.
Yeah, I would just stick with the game plan if I was the Jaguars. Just stick to it. It's still early on. I mean, they got plenty of football left to play.
Absolutely. So they do a toss to the left side for that. There is no open space. He does get a 2-yard loss on that. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and a long 11. The Bears were ready for that play. They do come out in the I formation. So the Bears come out in the 3-4, kind of match up the personnel. Fournette had nowhere to go on that play. So it does bring up 2nd 11 gun. It looks like they're going to put Ingram, who they just got last week, in the slot there. All the time in the world. Gets it out to Fournette. Fournette trucks over the defender. Gets almost the first down. He's a couple yards shy there. Nice 10-yard carry. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
And big time play just short of the first down there.
Yeah, and this is what they need. They need to be able to get the Fournette open in the flats, be able to get him the ball any way they can. And that pass really shows rely on him all game long. So it does bring up 3rd and 1. They bring up the close eye formation here with 2 tight ends on the left and a running back and a fullback here. Deshaun Kaiser calls the audible, gets it to Fournette. Fournette does not get the first down. He actually is going to be short, so it does bring up 4th and 1. They are going to bring out the punt team. This has got to be a huge stop for the Bears. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Fournette got hung up on the tail end of his offensive lineman there, which caused that to be short of the first down.
And I want to thank everybody for watching that's in the chat right now. We are going to bring up the chat and maybe answer some questions. If you have any questions or you have any statements that you want us to bring up in the broadcast, please post them down below, and we will get to them when we have some open time here. So it does bring up 1st down and 10 at the 18. Calling it in the shotgun with Jordan Howard again in the offset. Colin overthrows his receiver. Not a bad throw, though, right? Because it does go over the receiver's head, and it doesn't put them in a bad position where they can, maybe a short throw actually causes an interception, pick 6.
Yeah, smart play there. I couldn't tell if he overthrew him or if he just threw it out there. He looked like he was feeling some pressure. Looking at the replay, he didn't have anybody open.
He did not. And it's 2nd down and 10. He does make an audible play. He coming out in a shotgun again. Collinette gets it over to his tight end. A tight end's wide open on that play.
Wide open, yeah, big time.
Wide open. Now, it does bring up a 3rd and short here. So it's going to be interesting to see how they treat this 3rd down and 1 rather than how the Jaguars did on their time here. So it looks like they're going to come out in a single back formation. Jordan Howard up the middle, and he gets the first down. He gets about 4 yards on that carry, actually.
Yeah, big time play there for Howard. Pushes our defensive line forward to pick up that first down. I mean, he's got 5 rushes for 20 yards, slow start, but we'll see what comes of it.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see here. We are going to start the 2nd quarter, 8 minutes to go in the 2nd. 1st quarter is, and it's 7-6. Jaguars lead. XCFL live broadcast only on YouTube.
That ticker looks pretty nice.
It does. And if you have any questions about the leaders, passing leaders, rushing leaders, receiving leaders, it is all on the ticker. We are happy to bring that to you here. So we go to 1st down and 10, another single back formation, and Collinette, that's where the inexperience shows. He overthrows that receiver horribly. Luckily, there was no safety sitting in the backfield there, or sitting in the back waiting for that. But yeah, that's where kind of the inexperience comes in. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I mean, and also testing the waters with Ramsey there. Luckily, the defense was playing up and not set back in zone. That might have been an interception.
Absolutely. So the Bears actually throw a screen pass to Jordan Howard, kind of playing the same game that the Jags are. They want to be able to get the ball into their main weapon's hands at any cost. Unfortunately, it looks like both defenses knew that this is what the other offense was going to bring. So it does bring up a 3rd down and 12 situation here. Another 3 wide receiver slot here gets sacked. Too much time in the pocket. It did look like he had a wide receiver going over the middle there, but he did not have enough to throw it to him. And this brings up 4th and the ball.
Yeah, not much time there. He did have an in route coming off the left side and a cross route down underneath that might have been open if he's seen him, but to be honest, they gave him no time.
Yeah, the Jaguars are really known for their pass rush, and they have some strong pass rushers on this team. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if the Bears can help out this young quarterback by giving him some time in that pocket. So it looks like the Jaguars are actually going to start on their own 31-yard line. It's going to be a decent field position here. And they're going to come out in the I formation. Play action. And Kaiser gets it. Oh, no. His main target drops the ball, which is Evan Ingram, the trade that they made to the Giants for the superstar tight end. His first catch attempt. So they do not want to see that out of this young tight end.
Yeah, and I believe, if I saw that right, Chicago has yet to give up any passing yards.
Yes, that is correct. And even since that run, that Fournette made that we missed, they've only given up 2 more yards per carry on that. So it must have been the broadcast. As soon as we brought it up, he must have woken up or something. So it does bring up a 3rd and 9 situation. What do you do here? I mean, obviously, kind of a back and forth battle, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, when we got here, it was 1 carry for 78 yards and a touchdown. Now it's 5 carries for 75 yards. So he's lost 3 yards and 4 carries.
Absolutely. So Jags, he gets the time, gets it over to his tight end, and that's why they made the trade. He gets the first down, and Evan Ingram dives to make the grab, and he gets it in double coverage. That was a beautiful catch.
Big time play. I mean, I don't know how he got it in there, but what an extension on the grab there. Big play by him making up for that drop earlier.
Absolutely, and that was huge, especially on 3rd down. They do get it to Fournette. Fournette in the open field runs over the defender, and if the cornerback did not catch up because of the result of that trucking, he would have been gone. That was a beautiful run by Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, we're getting moving now with Leonard Fournette. He must have heard us talking about him in the booth.
Yeah, he must have woken up as well. So we will see how they continue to give him the rock here. Fournette again, they are just doing a beautiful job blocking for him, and he gets the first down. They are on the 22-yard line, and they are rocking right now.
Yeah, I mean, the Jags weren't always known for their offensive line, but they seem to be pushing them back.
And it doesn't look like the Bears have an answer at this point. So it is 1st and 10. They are in the I formation. Looks like Kaiser's rolling to the outside, gets it over to Robinson. Allen Robinson gets the first down, almost a touchdown. He's 2 yards short, so it will bring up a 1st and goal situation at the 2.
Yeah, looking back on that replay there and that play, he was open all day. I mean, he had him across the middle the whole entire time. He could have thrown it to him at any point.
Yeah, and it does look like they're going to come out again in the I formation with the wide receiver to the far left. Keep an eye on Allen Robinson on this. They are going to pass the ball, and he gets it to Ingram. Ingram's first touchdown is a Jacksonville Jaguar. This is why they brought him in, to be a weapon right alongside of Allen Robinson. That was a huge reception. If they make this, that's going to put them up. They do not. So that was huge. Jacksonville misses an extra point. Now they only extend the lead 13-6. They're only up by 7.
Might be seeing a go for 2 here by both teams.
It might turn into that, especially if we have another extra point or field goal miss. The wind is pretty bad here. This is obviously could be hurricane season for the Jacksonville Jaguars, but the rain is really laying on top with the wind. So it's going to be hard, bad fielding for both teams here. So Bears gets it to his wide receiver. Bad throw, makes his wide receiver come back. Enough time for the Jags to snuff that out. That is going to be a 6-yard loss. Bad play there by the young quarterback.
They need to get that rid of. They need to take that out of the playbook. Don't run that screen no more. It didn't work the first time. It didn't work this time. Next time you might be a pick 6.
Good point. Good point. Especially with this Jacksonville secondary. Looks like they're going to stay in the shotgun here. Collinette throws it right to the defender, and Telvin Smith gets the interception. His first of the game, throws it right to him. I didn't even see a wide receiver in the vicinity of that.
I mean, the pressure was coming hard from the right. He had the inside lineman and the outside lineman coming on him. He had nobody. He had him deep, but just didn't throw it hard enough and threw a duck.
And that's where the experience comes in. The Jaguars come out in a 3 tight end set here. Bears know that they're going to run the ball, but they are not able to stop him. He gets a 5-yard carry on that one. So it brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26.
Yeah, 8 carries for 115 yards and a touchdown. Last year, the injured player on that last play who was down.
So it looks like they have all 3 tight ends on the right side, Fournette in the backfield. Looks like Kaiser switches the direction of the run. Fournette has open field. They cannot get to him. He gets a touchdown. That is huge. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown of the game. If you have him and you started him this week in fantasy, you are going to win your league. And they are going for a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, I called it. Yeah, definitely.
You definitely called it, and that was
puts him up
smart.
21. Smart, yeah. Makes that extra.
Come out on the goal line set, play action fake.
Wide.
Kaiser almost gets sacked, but gets it over to his tight end again, Evan Ingram. That was a huge 2-pointer.
I thought they had him. They hit him hard too, so he gets back up. Seems to be okay.
Yeah,
they put a link on him off the outside.
We'll see if that becomes a lingering injury. But yeah, good point. They did get to him, just not soon enough.
Again, field conditions play a big factor when it rains.
They are. And it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 25. At this point, you still keep it going to Jordan Howard, right? You're not giving up on the game at this point, right?
No, it's still early. You're only in the second quarter. And, touching back on that rain, if anyone knows, it's our great commissioner, Jim, about playing in the rain.
Absolutely. They do not get anything on this carry. They do run with 3 tight ends on the right side. The Jacksonville, their defensive line has gotten in the backfield quite a bit. They are out muscling the Chicago Bears offensive line. Chicago Bears had a very good offensive lineman as well. It's like Jordan Howard gets a nice little carry here. Yeah. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4, about 6 yards on that carry. We come to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, he's got a handful of carries for 26 yards. But if I'm Chicago, maybe you just try to attack the passing game a little bit. The Jaguars probably know that. If I'm the Jaguars coach, I'm bringing the heat. 21-6, I'm bringing guys to the quarterback.
And thus far, they have been. So it does look like it's going to be 3rd and 4. They're coming out in a 3 wide all the time in the world. The receiver has to lay out, but he does make the catch. They're going to run a no-huddle offense here.
Yeah, they're trying to move the ball with under 2 minutes in the second quarter.
Keep trying to get the Jags guessing here. They do give it to Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard has a beautiful running lane, gets it to the 45. They're about 1 yard short of the first down. So it does, or actually, I'm sorry, 2 yards short. It's 2nd and 2, and they are going to run the hurry up again.
Yeah, good play call there. They weren't expecting that run.
Try to get the Jags offside. It doesn't work. He gets it a nice little short pass. Yeah. It looks like the same route that they had before with the tight end. Building that confidence. The quarterback isn't playing too bad other than that one throw there. He is 8 for 13 for 52 yards.
Yeah, not a bad day so far.
Fake to Jordan Howard. Again, enough time, but he almost throws another interception. You've got to watch that. He had double coverage to that wide receiver. Almost another interception.
He had the slot receiver on an in route wide open over the middle. Might not have gotten the first down, but certainly wouldn't have almost turned the ball over.
Almost certainly. On 2nd and 10, they do get to call another type of formation, another overthrow by this young quarterback. As I was talking good about him, he must have heard that and wanted to prove me wrong. So
had the guy on the route, just I don't know if it was bad grip on the ball or what, but he definitely botched that throw.
This is not an easy first game for this young rookie. 3rd and 10, come out in a shotgun formation. They are going to give the ball to Jordan Howard as a draw, but the Jacksonville defensive line was not fooled on this.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Every time I call that play personally, the same thing happens to me. They throw a high snap or a low snap, and it messes up the handoff on the draw.
Yeah, especially in this situation with the field conditions the way they are. Forces in the punt of 4th and 14 on the 42-yard line with 53 seconds left. One has to wonder if the Jags are going to play this conservative or if they are going to try to get in field position to score at least a field goal or a touchdown.
If I'm 4th and 7, I'd fake it here, but I'd definitely try to pin him.
Looks like they're going to pin him at the 5. Jacksonville does take the ball, and he gets to about the 10-yard line. So it is going to bring up a 1st and 10, 46 seconds left. If you're Jacksonville, I mean, do you just kind of kneel it out or run the ball, or are you going to try to, push it down the field?
I probably just run it once and then kneel it, but they get the ball at half, I believe. I believe the Jacksonville kicked off.
Sean White in the chat says, Bears seems like the bright prime time lights are getting him. Seems nervous, like he's not playing his type of gameplay. I have to agree with that, Sean. So he gets it out to Fournette. Fournette trucks a player. He uses that truck stick beautifully.
He's a monster, this guy.
He is. They get about 12 yards on that. 1st down on the 22. They only have one timeout left. 37 seconds.
They were a top 3 team pick for me this Madden.
Yeah, they have a nice young roster. They're a great team for anybody. So it looks like Kaiser in the pocket, has the pass rush, but gets it over to Hester, who is cousins to Devin Hester. They do get the first down at the 45, at their own 45. Call their last time out with 32 seconds left.
Beautiful placement there. I mean, he threw it right between 3 guys, right in between that zone, and a great catch by the receiver. Good concentration.
Absolutely. Even with the defender in his face, they are coming out in 5 wide at this point.
Yeah,
Kaiser doesn't like what he sees. He's calling an audible. Hikes the ball, gets in the back. He gets sacked.
Big play by the defense.
With his first sack of the game. It's going to bring up 2nd and 22. And at this point, it looks like they may just let the clock run down. They have 20 seconds left.
He just tossed the left tackle aside like he was nothing. I mean,
that is definitely going to be a matchup to watch here. Looks like they are going to come out.
Keep an eye on that.
A tight end next to Fournette. They're going to run the ball, and it looks like they're just going to take a 21-6 lead into the half. Al, I have to ask, is this kind of what you expected, or are you kind of surprised by this?
No, to be honest, as much as I wanted to see the flip-flop for Chicago and them come out and just pass the ball against this Jacksonville team, weather a factor, and pretty much the Fournette train is just too much for anybody to handle here tonight. So
yeah, it's kind of what I expected as well, especially with this rookie quarterback playing. It's going to be harder, even harder for Jordan Howard to get going. But it looks like the Bears are going to start off with the ball first, and they're going to bring it up to the 31-yard line. At this juncture, Howard has to get things going for them to even have a chance in this game. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I definitely agree. Switch the cleats up at halftime, get a better dig in the ground, and get moving because hopefully they got a good motivational talk at halftime because they need it. They need something to turn them around.
Absolutely. And they are coming out in the shotgun formation. Sean White in the chat has said, adding Ingram is scary to me. Even if he's not making catches, you must cover him. He's outmatching 90% of the linebackers. If anyone knows about this Jacksonville Jaguar team, it is Sean White, who is playing in the same division as the Colts. Before you had to focus on Fournette and the wide receiver. Now you have to focus on Ingram as well, which makes this offense even scarier.
Yeah, those two coaches have a history together, so they know each other very well as far as game plans go.
Looks like Jordan Howard, nice little run here, 2nd and 11. He does pick up some yards. It gets him down to a 3rd and 3 situation. This is what you want to see as Chicago coach here. 3rd and short situations, but you got to be able to convert, and this is where they're falling short.
Yeah, definitely need to convert to 3rd downs. They're big. They're always big. We all know that as coaches in this league.
Yeah, and it looks like that they were able to stuff them up the middle. They're just being very predictable with their offense. I think on this situation, you got to throw some quick slants or something because Jacksonville on 3rd short are going to bring the heat. You've almost got to play this. You're playing checkers when you should be playing chess. So it looks like the Bears are going to have to force the punt. They get it back to Hall. Hall takes the ball at the 2-yard line, only gets up to the 9.
Yeah, I thought he was going to let that go at first.
Yeah, it might have been smarter to let it go, but you never know, especially when a lot of these guys try to backspin the ball. It's probably better that he's on the 9-yard line instead of the 2. So it's kind of like you take a chance on that.
Hey, fans, don't forget to hit our subscribe and like button and give us some love here at the XCFL. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And any questions, we are reading the chat all night. We will respond to any questions or comments that you have for the broadcast team today. So it looks like Ingram gets another pass. He runs a seam right up the middle. And again, Sean points us out. The linebackers could not cover Ingram, this big, tall, catching tight end.
Man, he dropped that first one and he said, nope, not going to do it again. He's having a great night.
Yeah, Kaiser has really put a lot of trust into him. They're running in the Twins I formation here. Runs
46
at the Fournette.
yards.
Fournette gets about 1 yard on the carry. He has 11 rushes for 145 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, granted, one of those carries was 72 yards, but 11 for 45, that is outstanding for anybody.
I need this Bears defense to slow him down. My boy's trying to gain some ground on these boys.
It is going to be tough, especially with that trade that they just made. So looks like Kaiser does not like what he sees in the I formation. calls an audible, gets it, and overthrows his wide receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Yeah, it looked like he might have rushed that one, or he was hesitant to go outside. He had him over the top on the outside route.
And Coach Boone says in the chat, need to stop running on 3rd down. Give yourself more than one option to make the play. And on defense, make Kaiser beat you. You can throw all he will give you. He will give you picks. I agree with you, Boone. I think that they need to stop being so predictable on 3rd down. So be interesting to see what they do here. The Bears do get a huge sack from McPhee, the other edge rusher, puts him in a 4th and 18 situation. This is definitely what the Bears need.
Might have been a little holding there on the offensive line, but he still fought through it. Yeah, Coach Boone knows this coach and Sean as well, as he has met them before in the division matchups.
Yeah, the Bears are going to have to kind of start throwing caution to the wind at this point. You cannot be predictable with this Jaguars defense. They're outplaying your offensive line. You've got to do something to spark something in these guys, even if it's 3 points at this point. You got to be able to put some points on the board.
You have to end every drive with points, as I've learned, whether it's 3 points or 7 points or 6 points in some cases, but definitely need points. That's the only thing missing from this Chicago game right now.
Definitely is. So it looks like Chicago throws a quick slant. Great pass there by Collinette, the rookie, 9 for 15 now at this point. That was a nice little 13-yard carry. Gets him up to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, definitely saw that over the top. Very nice.
Play action, and he just overthrows his tight end. If his tight end got that and he could break away from that, if he could have broke away from that cornerback, it looks like they are pushing each other here. It looks like that there's some tension rising. If he could have broke away from that, that could have been a huge gain for the Chicago Bears.
Love seeing the guys get into it after the play. You know they're present when that's going on.
Yep, and they are coming out in another shotgun formation. They do love having Howard in the offset here. They do get the running, and he does get a huge lane there, and it brings up another, yet again, 3rd down and 3. He's got to learn his lesson at this point, right? He's not going to run it right up the middle, you would think.
Yeah, that's solid in the middle there. I mean, Fournette has one thing going for him. He's 6'6" quarterback, so he could see over the line fairly well.
And he does run it right up the middle again, only gaining a couple there. It is going to bring up 4th and 2, and they're going to be forced to punt again. This is what we talked about, right? You cannot be predictable with this Jaguars defense. And when you look, the Jaguars brought in another middle blitz. It was almost like the same story as last time, and now they're forced to punt yet again. No, it's a fake. Do they get the first down? They do not get the first down, and they pay for that fake punt. What do you think of the fake punt?
I guess you're trying to do something here to switch it up and catch them off guard. I mean, I don't know if I'd fake punt it so early. I mean, you're still in this game. But like Coach Boone said down below here in the chat, stop running the ball on 3rd down. Unfortunately, the screens haven't been the Bears' friend either this game.
Yeah, but at that point, you could either throw maybe a quick slant or an out route or something, a timing route. Looks like Jaguars are going to have good field possession here. They're going to put them on the 48 of Chicago. So Fournette power O run there, and he only gets 3 yards.
Yeah, he's out running his blocker. If he just slows it down just a bit or maybe cuts inside, he might have took that one to the house.
I've noticed that a lot of running backs, a lot of owners, users in this league like to outrun their and like to hold the turbo button and outrun their blockers. I am actually guilty of that as well, so I can't say much about that.
I've learned my lesson. So
it's 2nd and 7, wide open.
Oh,
but they forced the turnover. But no,
who's got it.
No, it looks like the Jaguars do come back up with it, but it does put them in the 3rd and 2 situation. Ingram, yet again, wide open. They do put the hit stick on him, and he drops the ball. That would have been huge if they could have got the ball back, but it does bring him into a 3rd and 2 situation here. As Jacksonville has been more successful on 3rd down and short than the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, that's for sure.
They do come out in a 5 wide.
Well, you know he's not running.
It's like Kaiser is going to run right up the middle, and he gets the first down. This is what we're talking about, being less predictable. You are playing against another person who has seen these type of plays before run something that you don't think that they're going to expect, and that's exactly what they did. They left the middle wide open for him.
It was a great designed call there to go up the middle. I mean, the defensive line was spread out so far. I mean, you could drive a car through it.
Looks like they go in shotgun formation. Fournette, with all the time in the world, almost trucks over the safety. If he would have trucked him over, he would have been gone for another touchdown. First down on the 20. This is starting to kind of get out of hand.
Boone, he just started to learn the patient running.
Yes, and now they come out in a shotgun again with Ingram in the slot. They do like having Ingram because he's fast enough to play the slot position. They get it over to Ingram. Oh. The linebacker he is able to tip that, but one would have wondered if he could have got a little bit more into that ball and he would have forced Ingram to jump. Would he have been able to bring that down for a second touchdown of the game?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be an interception, to be honest. They're good coverage that time on Ingram where they've been getting burnt on him all night, and I think that's exactly what the Jacksonville Jaguars were thinking there.
I think you're right on that. They are going to come out in an I formation. Almost intercepted. That was a bad read by Deshaun Kaiser. The linebacker was waiting for him, waiting for that post, and he did drop the ball there. That would have been huge.
I know it's a linebacker, but as a coach on the sideline, you hate to see your defense drop balls, especially open field drops. We all know how those feel.
Absolutely. So it does bring down
just like a wide open drop on a pass.
Yep. Sorry. And it does bring up a 3rd and 10 situation with 10 seconds left in the third quarter. They are going to run the ball very wisely. They do not pick up the first down, but most importantly, as long as they don't miss this, they should be able to put 3 more points on the board and put this a little bit further out of reach for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, if you're the Bears, forcing them to kick the field goal is I guess a good outcome considering the alternative being a touchdown and more points. But
right, absolutely. And it does not go in. I cannot believe they missed that. This has been a horrible outing for both kickers.
Yeah, they were playing to win there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and it does give Chicago life. One would have to think if they would not have went into the fourth quarter and maybe called a timeout, if they would have been able to make that. So now Chicago still has life left.
He played to win, bounced off the post.
Collinet overthrows a receiver yet again. His offensive line is giving him time. He is just not able to make these type of throws.
Yeah, that was probably his best option as far as routes were concerned, and it wasn't really the best one. So maybe a better option to not have caught that ball.
Absolutely, but he does get it over to the middle. Oh, the tight end does drop the ball after the hit by the safety. Huge hit. That would have been first down for the Chicago. Instead, it puts them into a 3rd and long situation, 3rd and 10 on their own 24. So they are coming out in a 5-wide situation here. Collinet has some time, gets it over to his receiver. He does come down with it in double coverage. That was a great throw.
Yeah, I watched that in live time, and that seemed like it was slow motion. He had great timing, and he was able to make that play. I'm surprised.
That's what they're looking for out of this young quarterback out of Cincinnati. First down and 10 at midfield. Another time for Collinet and another drop for the tight end.
Those are ones that hurt too. Great play.
And he is lofting them up and putting these wide receivers in bad situations, especially with these hard-hitting safeties. So we go to 2nd and 10, offset for Howard. All the time in the world again for Collinet. He makes a bad throw there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, he waits just another second and looks 10 more feet above that guy's head, and he has a in route wide open over the middle and probably would have been a first down.
And we come up midfield, 3rd and 10. If they don't get this or maybe, get it in a sack. I was going to say if they did not, it looks like somebody's hurt, but it's not going to be the quarterback. I was going to say if they did not get sacked there, and they made it third or fourth and short, they're actually coming out and going for it. I was going to say, are they going to go for it? But it looks like they are, regardless of the situation here.
Yeah, I mean, you're on your own 41. It's not too bad, but you're down 21-6. What do you got to lose, I guess?
The inefficiency of the Chicago Bears being able to move the ball, you have to go for it here. They throw it up in the triple coverage, horrible throw, and that could very well be your ball game. Puts Jacksonville in great field position here on Chicago's 41, and with only 7 minutes left, you are up 2 scores.
Yeah, it's going to be the Leonard Fournette show. It already has
One
been.
has to expect that, yes, and it is Leonard Fournette. It looks like they did get his face mask. They are going to accept his penalty. And
Jones was the injured player.
The injured player. It does not look like he is going to aim 1st and 10 on Chicago's 24-yard line.
I'm Coach Manning. I'm taking Fournette out soon, if not now.
At this point, I think if you score points, you have to be able to take him out, especially with the way that your defense is playing here. Fournette with 3 yards on this carry puts him in 2nd and 7 situation. You would think that they would just kind of run the clock here and maybe run another 2 times and try at least to get another field goal try here. Fournette with the carry up the middle, and they snuff it out. Chicago kind of knew what was going to happen at that point. Brings up a 3rd and 6 situation.
Jacksonville doesn't even need to pass the ball. They have under 100 yards on the day, only 98 yards in the air. But why do you need to when you have Fournette back there?
And Boone in the chat says, hard-hitting safeties like teenage girls pillow fight, LOL. And then also said, kill Fournette. And Sean says he wants that hat trick. I believe so. I don't know about the comment about the safeties. They are hitting pretty hard there. But I guess that's your opinion. But anyway, they come out in 3rd and 6, 3 tight end set. Kaiser all the time in the world gets it to Robinson. There is a flag on the play, and this is coming back. Huge holding call against Evan Ingram. So instead of 1st down in position to score another touchdown, it's 3rd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
Illegal block in the back by Ingram.
That's a huge call.
Yeah, if you see the guy's name, don't touch him. It's that simple. Learned that since Pop Warner.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Manning is not going to be happy with that, but maybe some of the other catches that he's made is going to help out with that. To a shotgun formation.
3rd and 8, you get the turnover, only keep them down to 3 points, and we know the field goals aren't a big thing.
Ooh, and it looks like the tight end does drop the ball. I think that was Ingram again. He does drop that catch, but he did have a cornerback swarming on him, so it does bring up a 4th and 8 on the 21-yard line. At this point, you're kind of biting your fingernails if you're Coach Peyton Manning.
Yeah, you might want to. He didn't really have many options there to throw to, but he was the only receiver facing his direction.
Exactly, but he does make the field goal, so it does put him up 24-6, and even further away. At this point, it looks like it's going to be a 3-score game. So, Chicago does not score here. It is over. It is looking very bleak for Chicago at this point. It looks like at this point they may go down to a 1-5 record. The Jags, if everything holds up, they are going to move to 4-3, only 1 game behind the division leaders.
Yeah, good game by the Jacksonville Jaguars. And let's not count out the Bears just yet. I mean, there's still time on the clock. I've seen some crazy things in this game. I've seen 21-point leads be evaporated in just a matter of minutes. So, well, let's see. Bears need to score here, though.
That's a great point. They're going to have to do something to start moving the ball now, though. Looks like they're going to have to pass the ball, which is what they're doing, but they do get sacked. He gets put down. I think his name is Nakoi. I guess I should know that name.
Those are tough ones.
Yeah, but he did get his 2nd sack of the game. He came in there like a bolt of lightning. That was quick. And, when you're a quarterback that young and you don't make the that these veterans do, that just puts you in almost in an impossible situation here. So it's this 3rd and 17. They come out in a single back formation, throws it up, and it's almost intercepted. It looks like the safety just wanted to tip it down, didn't want to get cute with that. So they are going to punt the ball. That is probably going to be your ball game.
Yeah.
At this point.
Is it just me, or does it seem like the Bears are 2 or 3 play calls behind Jacksonville? It looks like I'm watching the same game on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, it looks like the play calling has been kind of suspect in this game, but it's hard to gauge how the coach feels about this quarterback. I mean, when you're in the situation, when you have a quarterback who's rated really low and you're playing against a really good defense in the rain, it probably does mess with your head a little bit.
Why wasn't Trubinsky playing?
He's hurt. He got hurt last game against my Falcons. He's out for 5 weeks. So
I thought it was just a coach's call to put them. They're 1-4, but I was going to say that would be a dumb call. So that makes sense.
That was not a call. I doubt he would throw in a 63 overall rated quarterback to start in Trubisky. However, he was shopping Trubisky earlier in the season. One has to think that the way that this rookie's been playing, if he will actually maybe withdraw that and probably sign him long term.
Yeah, you can't always have a Hackenberg on your team.
No, I guess not. For you, those that don't know, Coach Al has taken over the Chargers, and he is playing with Christian Hackenberg now. But the Jaguars do get sacked there, so it does put them in the 3rd and long situation.
Yeah, Watson's still out for another couple weeks.
Yeah, while Watson is out, it's going to be interesting to see how well Hackenberg can play. You have rattled off 3 straight games, so very impressive in that manner.
Appreciate it.
That is huge. He does make the catch for the first down and the face masking penalty. Nothing has went right for the Chicago team other than the interception.
Hey, Boone, thanks for the tip, man. I'll definitely check it out.
And Boone's it looks like
to fame.
Fournette is going to be seeing the last carry of the game for himself. So he is going out of the ball game. Very wise of Peyton Manning there to take him out.
Smallwood, put in Smallwood.
And that's actually who he subbed him in for, I believe.
I think he went Langford.
I think you're right. Yep, Jeremy Langford, who used to be the backup for Howard. So this is very interesting. Langford gets to face his old team, gets about 4 yards on that carry.
Yeah, as long as Watson's back by week 10, I should be good.
Yeah, Watson being 99 overall, that would definitely help any team, especially one that's lacking at that quarterback position at this point. So looks like Langford does get the carry, only picks up, actually loses 3 yards on the carry. So it's going to be 3rd and 8.
Especially against a team like the Falcons.
Yeah, when you have the number 1 defense in every category, it is going to be difficult.
Can't wait to see you, buddy.
Me too. Welcome back. So we go with 3rd and 8. Jags in the pistol formation. Fournette actually in. I think it's because he has him set for his 3rd down running back. But yeah, that's kind of scary that he's still in. 4th and 6, kind of in a weird spot here. He's going to go for the field goal. This is going to be a 54-yarder. He actually might have this one. And he does.
Sneaks it in the bottom corner.
He sneaks it in. Can't make a 20-yard field goal, but 54-yarder, no problem.
Redemption kick. I give him credit for that.
That is definitely the redemption kick there. And the Bears are going to just let this one go, and they're going to start their offense on the 25-yard line. Give this rookie quarterback some more reps. Try to get him some confidence going into next week.
Yeah, definitely. If I'm the coach here, despite what the score is, I'm a type of player that's going to play until the whistle blows. So I want to see the best 2-minute drive out of my offense right now.
Me too. He gets a wide open receiver over the middle. I don't know what he was doing, but he gets the first down, but it goes into the 2-minute warning. I don't know where he was running, but he does pick up the first down, I guess. So,
yeah, vision was not on the first thing on his mind there because he had a left side wide open.
Oh, he gets the left side wide open again and incompletes the ball. He just overthrows him just a tad bit. Collinet he really struggled this game, but it's not as bad as what I thought it would be.
And
especially with the conditions the way they are.
And touching just on that real quick, with your head coach as Peyton Manning, you would think he would have drilled it in this kid's head, especially wearing his number.
Looks like the Bears. Well, the head coach isn't for the Bears; it's for the Jags. But I get where you're going with that. He does run, gets the first down. We are running a 2-minute drill here. Let's see if he can get some confidence up. It looks like the Jags are just bringing everybody. No, but looks like his disguised blitz gets it over to Howard. Howard gets crushed by the safety, almost fumbles it, but keeps a hold of the ball. They're on the 27. Looks like they're in business at this point.
Yeah, looking good.
Play action
12
fake.
to 26.
And he gets it over to his tight end, gets it down to the 11-yard line. He is 13 for 27 with 147 yards. Not the prettiest stats, but not the ugliest either. He only has one interception thus far. Let's see if I jinx him here. Almost jinx him, and the Jaguars almost intercept that. We have to discuss that, though, that in the red zone, it is a lot easier to throw that critical interception. So good thing that the defender did drop that for him.
Yeah, the commentator curse, as I call it sometimes. It happens. But, yeah, red zone offense is so hard to pass the ball.
And I think this is only the second time that the Bears have been in the red zone. Gets it over to his tight end. Tight end trying to muscle for the first down. He does get the first down. It's first and goal at the 1-yard line. They are coming in a no-huddle shotgun formation here. Wow. Look for the Jags to bring the rush right up the middle. They do.
Yep.
And they sack him.
Good
Miles
call.
Jack with the sack. That's his second for the ball game.
4 tackles on the night.
So that catch actually helped them. But now, they get the touchdown. So with that interception, he matches it with a touchdown. That's going to be huge. They're probably out of this ball game, but that's huge for him for the next game. That motivation, that confidence.
Yeah.
With this young quarterback, that's actually really impressive to run a 2-minute drive like that. Maybe they should have been doing that from the start.
Yeah, like I said, run 2-minute drill the whole game. I mean, it's been done before. But great.
Looks like they sack him. They do not get the 2-point conversion. They're going to run an onside kick here. Jaguars not ready for it. They call timeout. I mean, they're out of it, but one's got to think if he wants to try to put his quarterback out there again. Jaguars do get it. They will end the ball game. They'll just
this one's over.
Yeah, they'll just kneel this one out. So give me your thoughts on this game. I mean, obviously it's been kind of an ugly game offensively for Chicago and not really the greatest of games other than Fournette and Ingram for the Jaguars.
Yeah, I think Chicago is depleted with the whole quarterback situation. You lose the guy who's been running the machine, so to speak. But I think this young man did a great job in putting his team on his back. I mean, he's got a lot to learn. But overall, I mean, he showed signs that he can do it.
He did. He's shown a lot of signs that he can do it. And with Trubisky only throwing 2 touchdowns for the year and 6 interceptions, one's got to think, will this cause a controversy?
Yeah.
Will he kind of think about using him again? But the Jaguars go to 4-3, only one game out. The Bears go to 1-5. So 2 different teams going in 2 different directions. One's got to think that this is going to be huge for the Jaguars going forward, especially with the way that Fournette has been running. He may have taken the rushing lead with this game. He had 176 yards. He is definitely my player of the game. What about you?
Yeah, by far. I mean, how do you not give him player of the game? He's just shy of 200 yards and under 20 carries. I mean, he had a great day. I mean, he put the team on his back as we expected him to. I mean, when you come into Jacksonville, you know you're going to see Leonard Fournette. And if you could stop him, kudos to that defense who could stop that man from running the ball.
And they had 7 sacks on the game on this quarterback. So the defense for the Jaguars definitely impressive in this going. For any purpose here, I do see them being matching the Titans and at the top of the leaderboard there. So things will get interesting in the coming weeks. The Bears, they almost have to think, okay, what's next? We have to kind of regroup going forward. They got to find themselves. They got to find their identity. At this point, I don't think they did. Jordan Howard, after signing the extension last year, had a horrible game. They just weren't really able to get it done. So the Bears at this point, you got to think, did they make a mistake by, giving Howard that extension? It looks like he just kind of, as soon as they did that, he just kind of laid an egg. What do you think?
Yeah, that always seems to be the case, but I think it's more of a mental thing for him. He's got to focus back on football and get back to playing the way he knows how to play. You don't accept all that money to play in a place you don't want to play. Or maybe you're just looking for a paycheck. I don't know.
Could be. But at this point, the Bears look like they may just be playing for a top 10 pick. Who knows? But I want to end this broadcast, say thank you all for watching. Like Al said earlier, please subscribe, like this channel. Anytime we are going to be setting broadcasts at least one time a week, we will be setting the schedule. So if you're subscribed, you'll be able to see this and see when we're broadcasting next. So for Al, myself in the commentary booth, we want to thank you all for watching and have a great rest of the day.